welcome back to the first live stream in a very, very long time. I'm so excited to be back. Today we're unboxing the Jump to Lightspeed Star Wars Unlimited creator content pack. But yeah, it's been a hot second. It's been like since I don't think I streamed in February at all. I did a trip to India for the first 2 weeks, and I was back for a week. I thought I was gonna stream, wasn't feeling super great. Ended up my flight to back to home was delayed for like 2 days, and so like I got back way later than I was expecting to, and then I had a conference last week. It was February was busy, and yeah, but I am pretty excited to be back to finally be streaming again today. This week we have a full week. We're gonna be unboxing this. Got Lord of the Rings tomorrow, doing some Star Wars streams with Man vs. Meeple on Wednesday. And then Friday, we have Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. that is coming out for Marvel Champions. The newest box is delayed a little bit. We were supposed to get it back in February, but it was delayed until this Friday. And I think we should be able to have that in time, open up everything, and then yeah, just dive in and play. And so I'm pretty excited about that. I'm excited for everything. Hope everybody has been doing fantastic. Welcome back. How was India? India was fantastic. Yeah, India was really good. We spent the first week kind of in the Golden Triangle up in like Delhi, Agra, and Jaipur. I did like that triangle. And then the second week we did like it wasn't with the company, but it was a very similar vibe to like Habitat for Humanity. So we did a build there for about a week. That was fantastic. I hurt my wrist, and I think it's a bigger deal than I made it out to be. I'm still having a really hard time with my wrist, and so I'm hoping that I don't know. I think I've passed the point of it's just gonna go away eventually. I think I actually need to go see someone because I can't really hold anything, and it's been like 2 weeks, and so it's like okay, maybe I need to go get that looked at soon. But yeah, so if you see me start cringing or start crying, just ignore me. That's just me. But India was fantastic. Great group of people that went. The organization was just fantastic. So it was really, really good. Living for Games, welcome back. Oh, if we open a showcase, I'm so pumped. Oh, I did. Oh, wait, no, my showcase is in my other box. I opened a Nala Se showcase. I'm very excited about that. I built a Twin Suns deck that's a Nala Se, just flooded with clones because with Nala Se you can ignore the aspect penalty on any clones that you play. And I built out the Twin Suns deck just like online, and then I went to assemble it. The showcase Nala Se is the only Nala Se that I have ever pulled in Jump to Lightspeed. I've probably opened close to 3 boxes, and that's the only Nala Se I've ever put in. So I was like, okay, perfect. Jeremy, we missed you. Missed you all too. Missed you all too. Uh, Hey Nelson, welcome back. Can't wait for Marvel Champions, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Been a huge blast watching you play for 2. Oh yeah, nice. I am so pumped for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I am really, really excited for it. I think that the mechanics all look really interesting. I've avoided anything that like with people getting it. I'm not gonna say early because like the release day was uh before now for a lot of people in the world. I've avoided like watching a lot of that content just because like I like to be surprised with it as well. And so I'm really excited to jump into that. Have I looked into Silk yet? Very, very briefly. Silk was announced when I was in India. I planned on doing a video and I ended up just kind of scrapping that idea mainly because I thought I was gonna be home for a week and I ended up being home for about 3 days. Uh, and so did that, and then the Marvel Champions news was announced where with like the legacy and the current environment and all of that. I still plan on doing either a video or maybe since the news has been out for a while, maybe that's something that Villain and I will talk about on our podcast at some point. But it is something that I've been thinking about. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, I guess like it basically boils down to like I understand why they're doing it. I don't necessarily know if I understand the reasoning that they're giving on why they're doing it. And I wish that they made everything print and play. Uh, like all the stuff that is going out of print. I wish that there was a way to get it somehow. Um, so yeah. Also, I do still have a little bit of a cough. Um, So like whenever I go on long plane rides, I get like sinus stuff, and then that going into like not sleeping for 3 days, then going into a conference in the Ohio Valley, which is just like if I could pick, you know, the worst spot to incite my allergies, that's where I would go. And like, so I feeling much better today. Yesterday was okay. Today I finally don't have a headache, which is nice. I just still sound a little bit worse than I actually feel. So sorry if I start coughing, but yeah, so all of that, it's just been really, really busy, really good. Nothing bad at all, but really, really good. I love to see a video. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll probably do something. Can't wait for the clue aspect. Looking first campaign I'm excited to do since Red Skull. Yeah. The the campaign mechanics look interesting. I love like just like the spy thriller type setting. I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. And then also just the mechanics of the heroes and then the villains. I'm very intrigued on how that Thunderbolt scenario is gonna work. Definitely missing your announcement article reaction. Yeah, I was trying to figure out a way that Villain and I could stream that article announcement. Where I was about 10 and a half hours difference from where I am now. And so the article was announced, but it ended up being like the internet that we had was so incredibly spotty. It just like wasn't it and then also like I had, been working for 8, 10 hours on making concrete and I was just like, you know what, this is just not in the cards for me right now. And so yeah, I think I want to do maybe like a combo of like overview plus like the 5 decks that I want to play with Silk. That's one of the things that I want to try. Pumped to see you streaming. Hey, friendly computer, how's it going? How's you doing? I'm alive again. Yes, I am alive, Captain Atreides. Hope everything is going well. Um, sorry, your name reminded me. Did I see a Dune? Was I don't remember. I for some reason, like I saw it was Captain Atreides. Like there's something cool about Dune, and I don't remember exactly what that was, but I think no, I think what it was is I saw some upgraded Dune Imperium bits that I thought were really cool, like yesterday when I was streaming. But yeah, dude, the Star Wars, yeah, I'm just like there's so much cool stuff going on. Dune is a fantastic universe. Yeah, it's fantastic. Do I have the Falcon Spectrum Dawn Claymore? I don't. Those are the I think the only two cards in Marvel Champions that have eluded me. The Valkyrie and Spectrum promos that I believe are only German, but they have this like really cool cartoonish art and like when you line them up, see there goes my wrist. I When you line them up, they like creates like a panoramic picture. No, I don't have those, but I have seen them in person. I did get to see some physical, I think at Con of Heroes last year I saw some. They look really cool. Friendly computer, so I don't understand SWU at all, but I love opening boosters. What are some cards that you are hoping to pull? Ooh, okay. So this is what are some cards that I'm hoping to pull? Anything shiny is always really fun. I like the shiny. The showcases are really nice. Those are kind of the if you're familiar with Lorcana, those are like the enchanted or like the all art al- art alternate art card type cards. Those are really rare. Those are really cool. I think for this set with Star Wars, you get a leader and you get a base. The leader kind of dictates a lot of the cards that you can put into your deck. They also, are going to come out. They're going to deploy on like this super epic turn, and then they give you abilities that are kind of asymmetric for your deck. For this set, I'm really excited about the new Darth Vader leader. I think the Darth Vader leader is something where you're going to be able to create these like TIE fighter tokens, and the TIE fighter tokens are very similar to the battle droid tokens we were seeing in the previous set, but Darth Vader has some constant generation of these tokens. I have a really fun Captain Rex deck that's all about token generation from Twilight of the Republic. So I'm thinking that would be pretty awesome to pull. I really like the idea of Vader. Trying to think if there's any other cards that are just like jumping out to me. I think Phasma would be pretty cool. 15 swarming vultures. Yes, yeah, the swarming vultures is a new card where you're allowed to include up to 15 of them in the deck. Typically, you're only allowed to include 3 of each card in the deck, but a swarming vulture, that would be a lot of fun. I got the Captain Phasma was one of my preview cards, and so I'm always kind of excited if I'm able to pull like a preview card, especially if it's like one of the hyperspace um, thing. I would love to finally see a Luke showcase. Don't think we've seen one yet. There is a Luke in this set, which is going to have a showcase. I saw a picture. Someone posted the Luke showcase from this set, and I believe I don't remember if this was a fever dream or if this was just something that I saw during this last month. But I believe the Vader Luke, which were the special starter deck leaders from set 1, those don't have a showcase, but I think they did announce those as a reward for the Galactic Championships or something similar to that. I think that they are kind of a tournament reward that they have announced, I think. So I don't think that they are like pullable from a pack, but I do think that they are available out there. Yeah, it'll be on the prize. Okay, sweet. Yeah, it's gonna be on the prize wall. That's gonna be out in Vegas. I'm trying to figure out. I wouldn't compete in the Galactic Championship, but I'm trying to figure out if I can swing getting out there to kind of just cover it and hang out. The problem with that is that one, cost, time, energy, life, but also it's the week right before Gen Con. And that's a lot. That's a lot. Mm. Top Luke and Vader and Galactic will also get you a showcase. Oh, sick. Nice. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so the highest placement of Luke and Vader, like the person running that deck will get you a showcase. That's one of the coolest things ever. I love that. That's amazing. That's awesome. That's so cool. Huh. That's really fun. I'm really happy that they're doing that. One of my cousins, my brother, do a lot of HeroScape, and they do something similar to that, where like it's a tactical skirmish game, but based on the general that you run, which is effectively like the aspect that you're running in the game. They have tournaments where like the top placing in the Ugar general will get a prize as well to help kind of promote some diversity in armies. I think that's a really cool idea. Oh, I like that. That's fun. Makes me want to run a. I think I prefer out of the two. I think I prefer Vader. I think I'd run a Vader. I had a Vader deck in the unlimited power league that I'm running. I ran a Vader deck early this season. The the next game we were supposed to play it at Expo last week, which is the conference that I was at, but then time, energy, life, money, all of those same excuses kind of got in the way. And so on Wednesday, when I go up to Indianapolis to visit and stream with Man vs. Meeple, we're going to be doing our next game there. But I built a Tarkin deck. I've really been enjoying Tarkin. I actually have not played Tarkin like ever, and so it was fun to construct a deck for Tarkin. That was fun. 100% stole that then. Top placing leader in tournament leads the showcase. That's really cool. That's really, really cool. I like it. Hey, Gurismo, how's it going? Welcome, 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 welcome. Hope everyone is doing well. Alrighty, let's dive into the game Genic or the Star Wars Unlimited box. This is a different looking box. This is the jump to Lightspeed, and so you kind of see like this the space theme out here. So this box was sent to me by Fantasy Flight Games. So all of the necessary legal disclosures insert here sent to me. I'm not paid for this. Alrighty, so Star Wars Unlimited. I'm gonna open this. Oh my gosh, yeah. I can't like even like this box I can't hold with my right hand. That's probably not great, right? So I did a pack rush at Gamma, and I couldn't open the trading card packs. I think I'll be able to open the paper ones here, but like the plastic ones I couldn't open. And so like I just like whenever it's time to open a new pack, I just handed it to my friend, and then she opened it and handed it right back. I was like, oh my gosh. But we got the casual album. This is an 18 pocket high. It's a binder which I really like. I changed up my storage system. Let me see if I can get into this. I changed up my storage system for Star Wars right before I left for Gamma because I was one. It was just like it's a TC organizing a TCG is just a different beast than organizing a LCG because you have so many more cards. I was doing. Oh, I like that. Oh, that's really nice. That's the back. Here's the front. I wonder if they're going to be doing the different lightsaber colors for this as well. But with so many more cards, what I was doing is I was organizing by aspect and then by cost in that aspect. And that was just taking a long time to sort. And so what I've been doing now is instead I organize it by aspect and then set. And so like I have all of my jump to light speed will be behind one divider. So whenever I'm searching for a card, I'm just going to search through that. The jump to light speed if it comes from that set. Um, so that was nice. And then about I have like a 4x3 BCW like storage box that all of them are in, and they have like these like slide in and out card holders, and each one of the holders holds about a year. And since they announced the rotation being about 2 years, once cards go into retirement, I can just rotate that box out. But yeah, we got the Chimera. That's the you were asking earlier. Who was it that was asking earlier? Friendly Computer. Actually, now that I'm remembering it and thinking about it more, the new Thrawn is probably going to be my go-to leader this set. The new Thrawn says whenever you use a win defeated ability, you can use it again. And that just sounds awesome. I've been a Palpatine player for a while who can defeat your own units. And so, one, I think a Palpatine Thrawn Twin Suns deck where you get to play 2 leaders is going to be really cool. But also, just like the Thrawn, I want to build that deck. And so, the Chimera being Thrawn's ship there with the dragon and everything. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. These are the side loading sheets. And so, I switched over to my LCGs are stored in something very similar to this. In these sheets, I like these because they fit the sleeved cards and everything. And then we've got, it's insane to me how they put all of this stuff in here. Like the foam core insert is crazy. Alrighty, let's take a look at some stuff. So it looks like we got some mats, we got some packs, a pre-release kit, sleeves, the spotlight decks, and so they're using these spotlight decks instead of the 2-player sets now, and so these contain one deck plus a TCG pack, but they are not as beginner friendly, but more competitive. And so this is a product that you're meant to be able to take out and be okay if you take it to locals directly. So it's just like a very easy step into the hobby. And so these are supposed to be a little bit more competitive. They don't have cards just from Jump to Lightspeed. They have cards from all the sets. So we'll take a look at each one of those. I played Han at last week, which was awesome. I use binders to hold the collection ordered by number, which, oh yeah, that's smart. Yeah, that's really smart, where you keep one copy of each card. Nice. And then we got the Premium Tokens Pro. So these are the new tokens. These are different. Where are we going to put this? We're going to put this here. These are the new tokens that from Game Genic. The nice thing about these is that they are double-sided. The initial printing of these, they were only one-sided, but now that they are double-sided, you got like the 5/10s, and then I think it's a 1/3. The initial ones that were released with set 1 were not double-sided. The double-sided is way nicer. So we got shield tokens, we got experience tokens, we've got stat boost minus stat minuses. Got an initiative token there. Game Genic, they're very, very nice. I am happy that they have been reprinted. I think that for a while there, you could not get these. Like they were really, really challenging to find. And so hopefully now they're a little bit easier to get. Nice. I do like how these will stack too. So if you have like multiple bonuses through that. Here are your epic action tokens. So after you've used like a leader epic action or your base epic action, you have these. This is just kind of a reminder. I think a lot of people will use that for Sentinel. And then your both base and unit damage. Now they did announce the counter. It's like you attach it to your base and it's like a health counter for the base. I don't think that there's one in here, but those looked really cool. But yeah, the tokens are nice. Tokens are nice. Let's see if we can put those here. And then we're going to pull out a map so everything else looks really pretty. Just the numbers are so small, I have to use a magnifying lens. Oh, for these? Yeah. Oh, the numbers on the cards. Yeah, the numbers on the cards are really, really tiny. Numbers on the cards are really, really tiny. I actually have a super laser blast right here that I just bought from a friend. But yeah, so down in the bottom right hand corner next to that L, this is 43. Yeah, Gorismo, yeah. I got there eventually. It just I'm running slow today. I'm running real slow today. But yeah, those yeah, it is challenging to find. I've never pulled a super laser blast. I've opened a stupid amount of set 1. Never pulled a super laser blast, so I bought one off of a friend for my Palpatine deck. But yeah, those are tiny. Let's open a game at oh jeez. I've gotten a lot better at doing things with my left hand. I will tell you that. Like I'm eating with my left hand. This I need to go see somebody for this, but the Google doctors were like, if it doesn't get better in like 2 weeks, like go see someone, and it's been more than that. So here we are. Time to go see somebody, but this is an extra wide game mat, which I'm actually not super familiar with of what those are. So I'm kind of curious on how this size sorry. How this size figure out left hand. There we go. How this size differs than from the other ones. I did see they had a Twin Suns game mat. They've made a game mat for Twin Suns, which sits 4 players at Gamma. That one was cool. It's about a third wider. Oh, nice. Okay, that is super nice. Oh yeah, no, this is pretty wide. I like this. I like this a lot. How did I hit the camera? Oh, sorry about that. Nathan, mat is beautiful. However, most FLGS table setups will not support it. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, because you're kind of limited in how much you can space you can take up. But this is stunning. You got, oh my gosh, the Falcon right here. I do like how the Falcon is kind of on top, like it's layered above a lot of these lines. And so like this unit line does not kind of overlay the Falcon. The Falcon is kind of over, and it feels like uh I don't recall. These are TIE. I don't whatever this one is. Drawing a blank on it right now. It feels kind of under, but then like some of the laser blasts are layered on top of the lines. It gives like a really nice depth to the piece of art. That's really clean. I like it a lot. Yeah, the Falcon popping out. It feels very 3-dimensional. This is very clean, very clean. The other thing that I've noticed that they were talking about with the Twin Suns is that the stitching is done on the opposite side. And so this is just like a very smooth edge around the mat too. The Twin Suns match is hilariously large. Yeah, no, it straight up is. Like it would, I think it may fit on this table, but it would be a stretch. Like I want the Twin Suns map. I don't think that I have any reason to have the Twin Suns map. I don't think that that is something that's a product for necessarily me to buy. It looks so cool. It does. TIE Interceptor, thank you. Yes. Giant Lasagna, thank you for the subscription. They fly now. Yeah, right. They do fly now. What an iconic uh line. Been flying for a while, buddy. Okay, let's take a look at the other mat to see what the size comparison is here. So this is I did get a Gamma exclusive mat. It's in the other room, or else I'd show it. But they have Gamma exclusive mats. That was really pretty. And so this is a standard size map. Yeah, so same height and width, just a little bit wider on the edges. I do I do like this art. This is not my favorite art that they have done for a game mat. Um, I still really like the colors. I like the initiation of this blast, right? It's not all the way off screen, so it feels like an action shot. But this I like it when there's a little bit more on it, but still the colors here are super pretty. And like this is kind of the size. I'll line this up to the edge to see that's how much bigger the extra wide mat. Yay, a stormtrooper. Woo! Is. So nice, nice. I'm gonna put this here because yeah, no, this art is sick. This art is sick. I'm a big fan of this art. Let's see if we can make the stream setup look cool as we start to open some stuff. Nice. Cool. Very, very nice. We got some sleeves. So we've got orange saber sleeves. What these are the colors of all the sleeve or all the sabers. So I think we've got pretty much everything at this point. They announced purple. I'm not sure if there is a purple sleeve in here. We've got the Akbar sleeves. These are actually some of my favorite. Some of my favorite. It's a trap. I just think that's hilarious. Do you prefer the grids on the map or not? I prefer mats without the grids. Yeah, I don't know. It's just like yeah, just always throughout all games. I like the mats that don't have grids. Though this being on top of the grid, I think is a really cool effect. But yeah, I've just always kind of appreciated the non grids because it gives me a little bit more flexibility to line up. Like if I'm going full space and my space is over here, I may need a little bit more room, and so I will like on this map move my base and leader over a little bit so that it gives me a little bit more space if I don't need this side on or as much space on the ground in the ground unit. That being said, like the extra wide map, there's a lot of space there, but I guess you can do it. I just like for me, if my base and leader are not right here, if it's moved over a little bit, it feels weird and I don't like it. So you got Han Solo. Han Solo. So these are the art sleeves. Probably what I will sleeve the spotlight deck in, and then the Boba, new Boba. We got a lot of Boba Fetts in this game. So the new Boba is the other spotlight deck next to the Han. So those are cool. I do really like the new spotlight deck idea. I think the two-player starter decks, now that we have 3 of those, that's enough products for a lot of people to just kind of get into the game. And I like the idea of having a product that is a easier entrance into the competitive side of the game rather than the let's have fun side of the game, which you can have fun and competitive. I don't know what I'm saying. Yeah. Got the soft crate. So these are, let's see if I can get this open. I need to have someone come help me with the stream and just open everything for me. There we go. Nice. Okay. So this is a deck box which you can hold. So your deck goes here, and then all your ooh, I do like that. That's the art on this map. All the deck box or all the tokens can come in here. So all of these fit in here, and then you have this slide right there into that slot. Deck fits there. You can have that. So it's a nice little art. I was kind of expecting Boba to be on this side, but it looks like it's just a Han and a Falcon. Nice. I did also see they have the Game Genic, like more luxurious deck boxes. They put out some for Twin Suns, which look really cool. Brant, just needed to ask, could you have driven there? You just needed to ask, Nelson. Could have driven there in 10. Oh, yeah, right. I should have thought of it. I'm sorry. Nice. I think there's a separate. Oh, there's there's the second Boba. That makes sense. Cool. Nice. How you doing, Brant? How was the event? I heard really good things about the Agents of Shield event at the portal. I heard it got a shout out on the FFG live stream too. That was fun to hear. Let's open up a spotlight deck. So we got Boba and we got Han. Which one do we want to open up first? We got some booster packs which we'll open. Event was awesome. I'm so glad to hear that, man. That's awesome. Let's do Boba. Alrighty. I think Boba is going to be a pretty decent hero or pretty decent leader this set. I think he's got the potential to be pretty strong. The nice thing about this is it does come with a booster pack, so we will open that here in a second. It comes with all of your damage counters there. I think the previous 2-player decks and everything came with like a mat. It does not look like this comes with that, which you don't really need. And then somehow somehow you're supposed to get the cards out of here. Sorry to hear about your hand injury. I'm working and listening. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's dumb. It's just like, oh no. I think he's gonna be really good in yellow as another triple dark raid deck. Dude, I hate triple dark. Well, no, I hate getting triple dark raided. Also, I'm going to Con of Heroes. Nice, that's awesome. I'm excited. Yeah, I will be at Con of Heroes as well. Looking forward to that. It'll be here before we know it. That's gonna be crazy. I'm really excited you're gonna be able to make it. Alrighty, let's pop these guys open. We got Boba Fett, which is the aggression villainy. I'm gonna say kind of special unit here. Boba Fett. Look at there. I've enjoyed the art through all the sets, and I think that the art has gotten even better this set. So I'm pretty happy with all the art this set. But Boba Fett says whenever you deal non-combat damage, and there's a lot of cards that are going to be doing indirect damage, which is a new mechanic in this set. You may exhaust this leader if you do deal 1 indirect damage to a player. That player assigns, and then indirect damage is whenever you assign indirect damage to your opponent, the opponent gets to determine where that damage gets applied, whether it be a base or a unit. It's annoying, and this just adds to it. They have a epic action, which is when the leader deploys. And so as a epic action, if you control 6 or more resources, you can choose to deploy this leader or deploy this leader on a vehicle as a pilot upgrade. So you can deploy this leader directly into the ground unit as a 4/7. No effect at all. So, but you get a 4/7 on a deploy for 6. Not too bad. But if you attach it to a vehicle, let's just grab a vehicle. Here we go. So the Zygerian Starhopper, if you had this out, if you had 6 units or 6 resources, you could attach this as a attachment to the vehicle. And then the attached unit now is considered a leader unit. And so like you can't vanquish it. You can still rivals fall it, but it gives you protection on any of those like non-leader unit cards. Then when deployed as an upgrade, deal up to 4 damage divided as you choose among any number of units. So at this point, when you deploy them, you can deal 4 damage across the board. Then this gives you a +4/+4, so this becomes a 6/7 unit, and you can immediately attack with it if it isn't tapped. So a lot of, if not all, maybe not all, but I think most of the leaders in this set have this ability, this dual nature ability, where you can deploy them as a unit or that you can deploy them as like a pilot. And most everything has an advantage if you deploy it as a pilot, and or like an ability if you deploy it as a pilot. We will see how effective that is. Um, there's confiscate. There's a lot of upgrade, like kind of anti or tech that you can be running. So we'll see how it shakes up in the meta. I think it's really cool. I just think the flexibility is also really nice. If you have someone going full space and you're running aggro, deploy them to ground, and now you have to like figure out how to deal with them in ground. But looking forward to Boba Fett as the leader. Uh, we are running this precon is a red yellow villainy, so that's pretty exciting. We got the experience and shields are back with new art. So experience. What ship is this? Someone who knows more about Star Wars than me. What ship is this? I'm not super familiar with this ship. Is it from? I think I heard that it was from the Resistance show, and I'm not super familiar with the show. And then here's the shield. So new artwork for each one of the token cards there. It's from Resistance. Okay, cool. Is that worth watching? I don't think I have no, I don't think I have not watched it. Is it worth watching? We got a First Order Stormtrooper. There are special cards in these precons as well. Special cards meaning that they only come in the precon. But you do get a full playset. That being said, this is not one of those special cards. I don't know why I said that at this point, but First Order Stormtrooper is a 1-drop 2/1 on attack. When defeated, deal 1 indirect damage to each player. So whenever you attack with this, they assign a damage. You can exhaust that Boba Fett to assign a second damage. It's annoying. That's the Fireball. Okay, cool. Nice. That's a fun name for a ship. It was okay, not the greatest. Alrighty. So these are 2/1s. You get get 3 of those. Got Allegiant General Pride. When indirect damage is dealt to a unit, you may defeat a non-unique upgrade on it. So that's just kind of a always on ability. He's a 2/3 for a 2-drop. On attack, if you have the initiative, deal 2 indirect damage to a player. Again, that's non-combat damage, so we can exhaust Boba Fett to increase that to 3. You get 1 drop of the one guy there. It's Kaz's racer ship, which is in this. Oh, cool. Oh, that's fun. That's really fun. Nice. Kaz. They just announced Kaz. I think. I don't quite remember what he does. What I was saying earlier about some of the cards, not all the cards are just from Jump to Lightspeed. So this is a Shadow of the Republic. That can't be right? No. Twilight. Shadows of the whatever. This is from set 1, which I am completely drawing a blank on right now. Shadow whatever. But you can see that down in the bottom right. We are talking about the numbers earlier, so this is actually printed with a different set number. But the first Legion Snow Trooper, when attacking a damaged unit, it gets +2 in Overwhelm, meaning that Spark of the Rebellion. Thank you. My mind was stuck on Shadow, but yeah. So 2-drop, 2/3, which is nice. But if you're attacking a damaged unit, which Boba Fett's all about, assigning that damage out, then it becomes a 4/3 with Overwhelm, which is a lot more annoying to deal with. So that's a fun card, and this is where you start to see kind of a lot more of the synergy, and like in the deck showing up. Our Jump to Lightspeed Zagarian Starhopper, 2-cost Cunning Villainy 2/3. When defeated, deal 2 indirect damage to a player. And then Boba Fett increases that to 3. This is our first space unit. Yeah. It's annoying. That additional damage is so So annoying. I played Han Solo versus Boba, and it just keeps adding up, and like just like that indirect damage, because it's like depending on your deck and how you're running it, do you want to put it on your units? You can assign it to the base. If you're running aggro, you just go to the base to keep your units alive. It's a very interesting decision. But we got a TIE bomber. This is a 2/0 attack 4. On attack, deal 3 indirect damage to the defending player. That's interesting. That's actually really annoying. A 2-drop in space with 4 health. The indirect damage is kind of interesting here because they get to assign it, but it's effectively 4 damage on turn 2, a turn 1 drop dealing 4 damage, and it's robust. There's not a ton of stuff that can take out the TIE bomber in one go on before it's able to attack. So that's kind of interesting. We got Fifth Brother. This is also from Spark of the Rebellion, not Shadows over Resistance or whatever I was trying to say. This is my Grand Inquisitor. I really like the Grand Inquisitor, but Fifth Brother, 3-drop, 2/4. Unit gains raid 1 for each damage on him, meaning that if he has 2 damage, he's actually attacking for 4. And what I like about the Inquisitor is you can deal damage to a unit with, I think it's 3 or less power, which is this Fifth Brother, and ready them. But then the Fifth Brother is going to be attacking for more. Then you may deal 1 damage to this unit and 1 damage to another ground unit. That is non-combat damage, and so that Boba Fett leader can increase that even more. I like Fifth Brother, Seventh Sister, Grand Inquisitor. Like, that deck is a lot of fun. I ended up just deconstructing that deck because it just wasn't the top tier, but I had a lot of fun with that. Got the Elite P-38 Starfighter. Ooh, win played, win defeated. Deal 1 damage to a unit. 3 cost 3/2. Nice. This is 1 damage increased by Boba, but I do like how this when defeated, we were talking about Thrawn earlier. Same here. Any of those when defeated, Thrawn can trigger again. So that jump to Lightspeed Thrawn, blue leader. And so there's a couple of these cards when you see the when defeated things, I get really happy. Also, just kind of thinking about Palpatine, where our Emperor Palpatine, not Chancellor Palpatine, where you can defeat your own units, then you get the benefit of that unit and get to draw a card. So I get really excited when I see win defeated abilities. I think those are fun. Here's one of our first, this is our first special card. So this you're only going to be able to find in this pack, or they've actually started adding these special cards that you can only get in the Spotlight decks into the hollow spots of the packs. So you are able to get a Houndstooth in a pack if it is the foil version. So that is another way that you can get these special cards, which I think is a really cool way to do. So you got the Houndstooth, which is a 3 cost, 4/3. Geez, okay. While attacking an exhausted unit that did not enter play this phase, this unit deals combat damage before the defender. See, that just feels good. Yeah, that just feels a 4/3 drop on 3. And then you're able to effectively shoot first on things. Feels really good against an aggro matchup, right? Aggro is going to just be going to the base. You can just clean up. That 4 attack. Yeah, that just seems really solid. I don't play a lot of cunning. But I feel like Django likes that. I feel like that feels pretty solid. We got another special card. This is Bosk. This is one of our pilots. So he can be played for 4 into the ground arena. On attack, exhaust the defender and deal 1 damage to it if it's a unit for 4, or you can pay the piloting cost, which I don't know how well that is actually focusing there. But the piloting cost is 2 cunning villainy instead of 4 cunning villainy. You can attach it to a vehicle, and then the attached unit gains on attack, exhaust the defender, and deal 1 damage to it. And so, if you have like Houndstooth, oh, that's really cool. Okay, so check this out. If you attach Boss to Houndstooth, you gain this on attack where you exhaust the defender and deal 1 damage to it. And so the on attack triggers before the attack goes through. And so when attacking an exhausted unit that did not interplay this phase, I'm like pretty sure the way that this works, if you have Boss piloting the Houndstooth, you attack, you exhaust the unit, then you get to deal damage first. So you're attacking at a 6. That's pretty cool. Well, it's effectively a 7. Yeah, that just feels like clean up city. Bosk is nice. I like that. And it only comes out on 2. And so the Houndstooth, if you're able to drop him on turn 2, turn 3, you can drop a Bosk and another 2 drop. But the Hound, yeah. That I think that synergizes with that. Then whenever you deal the 1 damage, you can have Boba Fett increase that indirect damage. Now, if you're attacking with Houndstooth, they're probably just going to assign that indirect damage directly to the unit that's being attacked. But it's kind of cool. We got Dingar. This is a 4-cost aggression villainy. Deploys at a 5/4, or you can pay the piloting cost, which is a 2. Then the attached unit gains +1 power, +2 health, and on attack, deal 2 indirect damage to that player. This unit is attached to an underworld unit, deal 3 damage instead. Cool stuff. Yeah, I like the flexibility of the pilots. I think that's really cool. And we'll see how that upgrade hate with confiscate, aggression, all those cards that can defeat attachments. The pilots are attachments, and so that's my only hesitation with some of these pilots. We'll see how they shake up. We're getting another copy of Fett's Fire Spray. This is one of our special cards. So 4 cost, just aggression. So this is not locked to cunning. Do we have 2 Fett's Fire Sprays? Or do we just have like 900 Millennium Falcons? And I'm thinking that we have more Fett's Fire Sprays. I know we have at least 1 from set 1. This is a 4/4/4. When played on attack, deal 1 indirect damage to a player. If you control Boba Fett, deal 2 instead. That's cool. So if you control Boba Fett as a unit or a leader, whenever you play or on attack, you're dealing 2. If you're using this Boba Fett, it's actually 3 indirect damage. That's pretty solid. A 4 for a 4/4 is not super great, but throw Dingar as a pilot on Fett's Fire Spray, and now we're talking. Oh geez, that's annoying. So if you throw Dingar on Fett's Fire Spray as a pilot with the Boba Fett leader, whenever Fett's Fire Spray attacks, it deals its power, which is 4, plus 5 indirect damage, 6 indirect damage. So it just like it snowballs so very quickly. That's pretty cool. Boba Fett seems sick. IG 2000. It's a 4-cost 3/4 overwhelm. When played, deal 1 damage to each up to 3 units, aka the TIE Fighter Battle Droid Destroyer. But now that 1 damage, you get the synergy with the First Legion Stormtrooper, Boba Fett. I'm liking how this is. I'm really liking these pilot ship combos. Yeah, they feel really fun. And then also, if you have a situation where, like, you know what, Dingar, I need something in ground arena. Just play him into the ground arena. It's a really fun choice that you're going to have to make, and I think that's exciting. We got the hunting aggressor, 4-cost aggression, 3/6. Indirect damage you deal to opponents is increased by 1. That's annoying. 4 for 3/6. I don't love it. But I do like if you're building around that indirect damage, that can get really annoying really quickly. Like Boba Fett's already doing 2. So yeah. So that's interesting. I like it. Got the Imperial Interceptor, which is something that we saw in set 1. When played, deal 3 damage to a space unit, non-combat damage. Got IG-88. This is a new pilot, but we have seen an IG-88 before. 5 cost, 4/5. Well, an enemy unit is damaged. This unit gets, whoa, +3/+0. So it's actually a 7/5 when a enemy unit is damaged. That seems pretty decent. I like that a lot, especially with how much indirect damage we're throwing out. Plus, if you know that there is the threat of IG-88 coming out with a 7 attack, you may be wanting to throw a lot of that indirect damage onto your base, which feels pretty good as the Boba Fett player. It does have a piloting, so as a 2 cost, you can deploy it onto a vehicle. And then they get, while an enemy unit is damaged, the vehicle gets +3/+0, so it becomes a +3/+3. So I like the IG-88 a lot. It's also really interesting, now that I'm thinking about it, to throw pilots onto the Type Bomber, which has that 0 attack. So if you have the Type Bomber and you have like Bosk on it, now it actually has it's a 2/6, but it still does the indirect damage when it attacks. That's pretty mean. I like it. I'm here for it. Oh, here's that fire spray that I was talking about. This is actually like a fairly sought after card. It's kind of cool that they came in the spotlight decks here. So Fett's fire spray, 6 cost. When played, if you control a Boba Fett or Jango Fett as a leader, ready this unit. So comes in ready. Triple Dark Raid comes in ready. It's really annoying. It's a lot of attack. As an action, you can spend 2 to exhaust a non-unique unit. I don't know if that is used too much in like the meta decks. Maybe it is, but yeah. Fett's fire spray is there. Then Boba Fett, got a new Boba Fett leader. Or not leader, I'm sorry, unit. So this is a 5 cost, 5/4 shielded, meaning that it comes in, it's going to prevent the next instance of damage. One kind of interesting thing is that the indirect damage gets around the shield. And so you can't use indirect damage to pop a shield. It actually goes under that shield and applies damage directly to the unit. As a pilot, you can play it for 2 cost. When played as an upgrade, deal 1 damage to a unit. The attached unit is a transport. You may deal 2 damage instead. And so you got Fett's fire spray being that transport. So thematically makes a lot of sense there. And it's a 2 cost for a 2/3. That seems pretty decent. I mean, like 2 for a 2/3 feels pretty good. That's like, you know, what we're seeing with the General First Legion Stormtrooper. But then you get the ability as well as just the increase in stats. And what the nice thing is that it's a 2/3 that can attack that turn. So if you play Boba Fett onto a ship that is ready, you get that damage the turn that it's played, where typically you have to play it exhausted and wait a turn for it to ready in order to apply that damage. And so you see a lot of these like aggression decks, I think, may like the pilots a good bit. We got 3 copies of Daring Raid. I feel like Daring Raid is just like one of those cards that's going to go into every single one of our aggro decks. It just, I mean, 1 cost for 2 damage just feels really good. Just, yeah, I mean, if you can draw it 3 costs for 6 damage, that's 20% of the base, right? Like the, or if you do it to a unit, now it's 3 damage. And you get all of the things where you need damaged units. That's turned on by Daring Raid. Got Electromagnetic Pulse, deal 2 damage to a droid or vehicle unit and exhaust it. That's a 1 cost. That's a cool card. I'll be interested to see how many vehicles we are seeing played, and if the meta is going to be shifting towards the vehicles. Because if you're going up against someone who just doesn't have vehicles or droids, that's a dead card. And so, sideboard probably. Grenade Strike, 2 damage to a unit, 1 damage to another unit. No Good to Me Dead. This is another Spark of Rebellion exhaust unit. They cannot ready during the next regroup phase. I hate this card. It's so annoying. Got Force Choke. Cost 2. Or if you control a force unit, Cost 1, deal 5 damage to a non-vehicle, then they draw a card. These are all like shadows, or I'm sorry, spark cards, and so we've seen these before. Which is why I'm going a little bit faster. And then the last card here, jeez. The last card here is a special card, so only can get it in the Spotlight deck, or if you get lucky, you can pull a holo from a pack. No disintegrations. Deal damage to a non-leader unit equal to 1 less than its remaining HP. So I like this card. For a 3, you can deal a lot of damage. And so you get to choose the unit. So like if you're going up against like a Devastator or something that's like a Zillow Beast or something that has 10 health, 9 damage for 3, Boba Fett gets to deal 1 indirect damage. You get all of the things that it just looks like there's a lot of ways to apply very precise pressure here. So deck feels pretty decent in terms of like a competitive deck, which is kind of what they're going for, right? And you see they're pulling from other sets to make that work. You got this set 2. I don't know if, oh yeah, okay, Grenade Stride is a Twilight. Okay, so yeah, we've got all 4 sets in this deck here to make it good. So nice. That's the Boba deck. I think at this point we have to open the pack that the deck came with, right? Figure out how to pick these up. What I've realized is that I can't twist my arm. Like it's the tendons right here that are hurting, and so I can't. I can hold things if I don't like rotate my arm at all. I am, now that I say it, I am 80% sure that on Wednesday, Ryan from Man vs. Meeple and I will be streaming these 2 decks on the Man vs. Meeple channel. And so if you are interested in seeing this and the Han deck in action, that will be available to happen, or that's going to be happening, I believe, at noon on the MVM channel. And so if you want to see some of these in actions, check that out. I also, now that I'm back, I have the Unlimited Power League that we're doing, so we have the games there, but I also have talked with a couple of different creators, and I'm hoping to get some games in with some of the creators that are not necessarily in the limited format, but just some decks that we've built and wanted to have fun and just chit chat. So this is my first jump to Lightspeed booster pack. So that's always kind of exciting. So we've got Jump to Lightspeed. This is the pack that came out of my Boba Fett. I know Lorcana does something very similar where they put a pack in their starter decks. I pulled an Enchanted from the Lorcana pack. Yeah, okay. The paper is a lot easier to open than the plastic stuff. So if I pulled a Enchanted from, if I pulled an Enchanted from there, we should be able to get a showcase. Nah. We got Rio Durant. So this is a Cunning Villainy unit, or leader. As an action, you can spend 1, attack with a space unit, it gets +1/+0, and it gains Saboteur for this attack. Alright, we are going aggro here. You control 5 or more resources, you can deploy this leader or deploy it as a pilot. If you deploy it as a unit, it comes in as a 3/5 Saboteur. Or if you deploy it as a pilot, it becomes a +3/+5 Saboteur, and if it's a transport, it also gets +1. So if you're attaching it to a transport unit, it becomes a +4/+5, and that's pretty exciting. We got the aggression base in hyperspace. I do like that. I love hyperspace cards. I would much rather have hyperspace cards than holo cards or foil cards. That being said, I'm not going to say no to any foil cards, but I like the frameless, full art hyperspace stuff. The Corellian Fighter, Republic Y-Wing. It's a 1/3. That should go in my Ray deck. That Ray deck that I played for Unlimited Power, because you can pump this up to a 3/5, which is pretty fun. Got a Flanking Fang Fighter. Say that 5 times fast. 2/3. If you control another fighter unit, it gains raid 2. And I am pretty sure that the the TIE fighters, they would have. Well, that was about to be a very dumb sentence. I'm pretty sure the TIE fighters are fighters. Um, but I think that the TIE fighter tokens that are coming in this set are fighter traded. And so if you have a token, this this becomes a 4/3, which is really annoying to deal with, or really awesome to have if it's you playing it. Got this hyperspace. Looks really pretty. Coordinated front. You may give a ground unit +2/+2 for this phase. You may give a space unit +2/+2 for this phase. Nice. The Red Squadron Y-Ring. On attack, deal 3 indirect damage to the defending player. This 2. Ooh. I do like this for Ray as well. Anything that has a power of 2 or less, I really like thinking of Ray, who can give experience tokens to it. And so now 1 experience token makes this a 2/4, but you also get to deal 3 indirect damage. That seems like a decent bit of indirect damage. Got the Academy Graduate. You can deploy it on a 1/2 Sentinel ground unit, or you can pay 2 piloting, and the attached unit gains Sentinel. So +1/+2. Yeah, I think I really like the pilot up mechanic. Focus fire. Choose a unit. Each friendly vehicle unit in the same arena deals damage equal to the power. Oh geez. Focus fire is board wiping some units. Choose a unit. So yeah, if you have like just a line of like TIE fighters or X-Wings, Exodia obliterate right there. Determined recruit. It's a 3/1 for 2. Or you can pilot it for 2, and then it becomes a 3+3/+1. That, I kind of like the determined recruit. You pilot it, put it on like a Dawn Interceptor or something like that. That's pretty cool. Where you could, if you have a Sentinel unit or something that is, high health Sentinel, give it +3 attack. Ooh, that's pretty mean. There's just so many cool like combos and everything that you can do with these pilots. Giving you unit -5/-5 for this phase out of the airlock. Leia survives it. Heartless Tactics, exhausting unit, give it -2/-0 for this phase. Then it has 0 power. It isn't a leader. You may return it to its owner's hand. Feels so very conditional. But -2/-0 for this phase. Has 0 power and is not a leader. You can return it to its owner's hand. Alright. Banshee. 5 cost. Vigilance Villainy 4/5. On attack, you can deal damage to a unit equal to the amount of damage on this unit. Ooh, Kira coming back into mind. Kira. Yeah. Interesting. I kind of like that. That's kind of interesting. Deal damage to a unit equal, and it does not have to be a space unit. So this being in space, you can start picking off some of your opponent's ground units. If it has a pilot that increases its health a lot, I mean, like this can get pretty mean pretty quickly. Interesting. Maybe it's a little slow. A 5-drop, so 4/5, and then you have to somehow get it damaged. Kira deploys on 5 or 6, but Kira will damage the Banshee by itself. I don't know. That's pretty fun. Okay, we got a 2-cost Command Jark Yeager, 2/3, solid. Piloting. You can play this while you control a ground unit and a space unit. It gains Sentinel. It's a +2/+2. All right, that's cool. Got a rare, the Invisible Hand. When played, when this unit completes an attack, so that wording there means that it needs to survive the attack. It's a 6/6/6. Oops. You may search the top 8 cards of your deck for a droid unit and reveal it and draw it. If it costs 2 or less, you may play it for free. Oh. That's fun. I like that. Okay, so this feels very Vader-ish, right? Like Vader from set one, where the ambush, go find a villainy unit that cost and play the units. Except like this is not just a win played. This is win played and when they complete an attack. Like that can be a significant amount of tempo. If you're running just a lot of droids, a lot of low level droids, even if you're not running a lot, you're searching 8 cards, which is a lot of your deck to find something. So that seems pretty good. 6 for a 6/6 isn't great, but you do get another unit on the table. And you can do it just every single turn, every single time it's attacking. Interesting. I wonder if the Eric Yeager is a pun off of Chuck Yeager, the pilot who broke the sound barrier. Ooh, yeah. I hope so. I hope so. That'd be cool. And then our hollow. Whoa, we got a hollow Luke. That's very exciting. So hollow Luke, uh, hollow rare like that. Ooh, ah. So it's a 2 cost command heroism unit, 3/2, or you can play it as a pilot for 3 costs. So it's a little bit more expensive if you pay it as a pilot. If this upgrade would be defeated, you may instead move him to the ground arena as a unit and exhaust him. And so if this is, oh, that's fun. So if the unit would be defeated, or the upgrade would be defeated unit as well, you get to just play him as a free 3/2. He's a +3/+2. I like this card. I think this is really cool. I feel like this is a decent bit of value. If you're able to drop like a turn 1 like red squadron and play turn 2 here, swing in for 4, this gets destroyed, then Luke comes over here. That feels pretty good. Because he's piloting a snow speeder, that's fun. Yeah. And then attach a lightsaber to him? Yes, let's go. General's blade or something like that. Yeah, I mean like there's a lot of, yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like that a lot. I feel like that's a lot of value for a 3 because you're gonna get both the stat boost as well as a unit eventually. That's cool. I like Luke. I'm excited to see where Luke goes this set. Cool to see more Lukes. All right. Worth it. Alrighty. We're gonna open up the Han Solo deck now. Includes 1 Jump to Lightspeed booster pack. Han Solo is gonna be all about odd number cards, which is pretty fun. Okay, cool. We're good. We're good. We're feeling okay. Oh, we got the Millennium. Oh, well, I hope that every single pack that comes in one of the Han Solo starter decks has the Millennium Falcon art on the pack. That just makes the most sense to me, and I'm glad that at least this one had it. Is it because he can't even? Yes. Yes. That's amazing. I love that. They have some really cool new rare bases this set. So rare bases are things that have some sort of game altering ability, typically at the cost or addition of some hit points. Kind of the most famous one, I think, right now is probably still Energy Conversion Lab. That's 25 health, and you can give a unit ambush once per game. Tarkin Town is also pretty prevalent in the meta, where it's a 25 health base where you can deal 3 damage to a damaged unit. But you're getting bases now, like we have a colorless base. Usually the base unlocks another aspect that you can play. We have a colorless base that I think gives you 34 health, and so you get 4 additional health. You have bases where your deck size is reduced. I think that's a 27 health base. Your deck size is reduced by 5 cards. You get more health, but you draw less cards in your opening hand. I feel like the bases are just like really interesting and have been iterated upon, and it's pretty interesting to see where that design space is going. But I'm pretty happy with it. There's one where your minimum deck space is increased by 10 cards. I think that's for 4 health. I don't think that one's really worth it, but we got Han Solo. This is our third Han Solo in the game. Love it. Han Solo, as an action, you can reveal the top card of your deck, then attack with a unit. The reveal card and the attacking unit have different odd cost. That unit gets +1, +0 for the attack. So if you are attacking a unit with 1, you flip up a 3, the attacking unit gets +1. Hey, Catastrophic, how's it going? Welcome back. Thank you so very much. Happy to be here. Hope you're doing well. The epic action, he deploys on 5. He can deploy as a ground unit, just as a 3/7. There you go. Or he can deploy as a upgrade on a vehicle. For a +3/+4, the attached unit becomes a leader unit, and when deployed as an upgrade, for each friendly unit or upgrade that has a odd cost, you can ready a resource. So very similar to kind of the mechanics that we've seen a lot of the other Hans deal with, where I think set 1 Han, you can put a card into resource row for to kind of get an additional resource that turn, then you have to destroy it at the end of the turn. Set 2 Han, you deal damage to play cards for cheaper. And so when you deploy, you get a little bit of that resource ramp to ready some of those units. So Han seems pretty cool. He comes with Echo base. And then our token, our experience and shields up there. So Han, odd number of cards. I'm pretty sure every single card in this deck is odd costed, which is pretty cool. So we got Clone Deserter. 1 cost. When I played this last week. I played this deck last week at Gamma. The every single time I think I use this ability, I hit the same cost with whatever I had out there. It just like never worked out that I was able to do it. But Clone Deserter, 1 cost, 2/3, very, very solid stat line, especially with the Restore 1. However, it does have a bounty, so whenever the opponent destroys your Clone Deserter, they get to draw a card. But worth it. Clone, you get 3 of those. You got Greedo. We've seen Greedo before. 1 cost, 3/1. When defeated, you may discard a card from your deck. If it's not a unit, deal 2 damage to a ground unit. What's cool about this is that with Greedo, that when defeated ability, if you've used Han's action, you've revealed the top card of your deck. And so you can make you can choose. So like if I go Han, reveal the top card, it's a event. I can have Greedo attack into something. When he is defeated, I can then discard the card that I just revealed, then deal 2 damage to a ground unit. So, or if it is a unit, you just don't use Greedo's ability. And so you're able to kind of see and understand when you want to do that. Now, I'm kind of curious. I didn't think about it, but I feel like Greedo would be really good for a Yoda deck, which is a lot about the top deck manipulation. I think that would be pretty cool. We got a Nia Nub. This is a 1 cost. This unit gets +1, +0 for each other friendly pilot, unit, and upgrade. And as a piloting, you can play it for 1 cost. Gets the same effect, and it's a +1, +2. Nice. You got R2D2. You got 2 copies of R2. R2 is a 1/1/4. Very similar stat line as we've seen with some other of our R2 friends. But as a piloting, 0 cost piloting. So you can play this for free onto another unit. It gets +1, +1, and then it gains the ability that can have another pilot. Typically, you can only have 1 pilot of a ship, but R2 can be deployed, and you can attach a second pilot onto the ship. And so for a 0 cost, you can just give a +1, +1, which is okay. Not 100% sure how frequently I would use that, but got the Dagger Squadron Pilot, 2/1, or a piloting, you can play it as a 1 cost for a +2, +1. Not too bad. I did play this on turn 1 in my game that I was playing, the Cartel Turncoat. 1 cost, 2/3, with a bounty to draw a card. So whenever your opponent takes it out, they get to draw a card. But if you throw a pilot onto this, it gets way more challenging to take out. So I threw out a cartel turncoat, and then I think I played an R2 on it, which made it a 3/4. I may have put something else on it, but then because you're playing this on turn one, like it's going to take a lot of resources to put damage or to put enough resources into taking this out to get the bounty, and you also have more resources. So if you wanted to attach one of these other pilots onto it, you can, and then it becomes like a 4/4. You attach a dagger squadron pilot onto it, and so like that's a dangerous turn one play. And the downside is slightly mitigated because it's going to be way harder to destroy. Got Wolfpack Escort. This is one of our last set cards. 1 cost, 2/1. When played, you may return a non-leader, non-vehicle unit to its owner's hand. We got Akbar. It's a trap. Love this in my Captain Rex deck. Akbar, yeah. So he's a 3 cost, 1/4. Restore 1 when played. You get to deal damage equal to the number of units you control in its arena. Cool stuff. Hu Yang. This card is, I think, maybe not even deceptively good. This card is good. So it's a turn 2 drop, 2/4, but when played, you get to choose another friendly unit. They get +2/+2 while Hu Yang is in play, which can be just so annoying because you have to take out Hu Yang, or if you choose this cartel turncoat with an R2D2 on it, it was a 3/4. Now it's a 5/7 on turn 2 until you take out Hu Yang, and Hu Yang has 4 health, which is harder to take out, and you probably want to be dealing with the 5/7 on the board. And so Hu Yang, yeah, big fan. Got Leia Organa. This is jump to Lightspeed card. 3 cost, 3/4, restore 1. When played, you can attack you may attack with a pilot unit or upgrade with a pilot unit on it. Gets +1 and restore 1 for the attack. Very thematic, very similar to how we've seen Leia, like the leader, exhaust attack with 2 units. Very much a pressure, like we're putting pressure on our opponent. And Leia, 1 giving restore, but also whenever you play it, 3/4, fairly decent stat line. But you get that tempo, probably able to claim initiative because you play, attack, you're out of actions, go claim initiative, and you get, that tempo going into turn 3. Got Ezra. When this unit completes an attack, look at the top card of your deck. You can play it, discard it, or leave it at the top card of your deck. Han Solo synergizes pretty well there. So if you reveal the top card of your deck, you kind of know what it is. Ezra can either play it or deal with like mitigating it, right? If you top deck an R2, you don't really want it, Ezra can ditch it, and so you can just get down to the next card that you do need. Boshek. 3 cost, 3/4. It's a piloting cost, which is 2. Discard 2 cards from your deck. When you play this as an upgrade, return each of those cards with an odd cost to your hand. That seems really good for Han. Wow. Okay, so Boshek, you're playing. It's an upgrade for 2 cost, +1/+2, and it's 2 card draw. Because in this deck, there are no evenly cost cards. So every single thing with a odd cost comes directly back to your hand. That's pretty good. Now, it's only a +1/+2, which is okay. But still, I mean, I like card draw. Card draw is good. Got Blue Leader. Blue Leader, I think, is one of the cooler cards in this set. It's a 3 cost, 3/3. Has ambush. So whenever you play it, you get to ready and attack a unit. However, when played, you can pay 2 resources. If you do, you get to move this unit to the ground arena and give it 2 experience tokens. So it becomes a 5 cost, 5/5 ambush. So you can play it for a 3/3 ambush in space, or you can go 5 for a 5/5 ambush in ground. That's really cool. I think that's just super cool. That's just a fun card. It feels like this set is all about flexibility, being able to have like the pilots, which can go in the ground or the space, This is a unit that can go in the space or the ground. So it's like the reverse pilot. Yeah, that's just such a cool card. This is one of our special cards. Hey Nelson, welcome back to happy to be here. Happy to be on the second monitor. Hey Leroy, how's it going? The shuttle Tidarium. 3 cost, 2, 4. On attack, discard a card from your deck. If it has an odd cost, you can give an experience token to another unit. Oh, I was running this. I had this on the table. And there's a Chewbacca that I deployed to ground that's coming up. And I was just pumping Chewie up. And it was just like annoying. But yeah, the fact that all of the cards in this deck are odd, so every single time you're gonna hit this. Also, another good one for Yoda. I think a Yoda yellow deck is working, or is looking pretty interesting. Like the Greedo, Ezra, Shuttle. You get a lot of these things that can work. I'm running a Yoda blue, just a mono blue deck, which I'm enjoying, but Yoda yellow would be fun. Death Space Skirmisher. 3/3/3. When played, if you control another space unit, you can exhaust a unit. Cunning doing cunning things. We got another Millennium Falcon. I think that this is the 4th Falcon. I think we've gotten one every single set. But this is a 3 cost, 3/4. You can deploy 1 additional pilot on this unit, and it gets +1/+0 for each pilot on it. Oh, that's kind of fun. Okay, so now we have to theory craft a little bit. You got Millennium Falcon, which is a 3/4. You can have 1 additional pilot on it. R2 goes onto it, and you can have additional pilot on the unit. So now it becomes a 5/5 because it's getting +1/+0 for every pilot on it. And then if you throw just like another pilot, which can just go a squadron pilot here, we'll go up to a 8/6, and then if you do another one, it would be a 11/7. You get an 11/7 for the cost of 3, 4, 5 resources. Nian and Lando, yeah. Have we seen? I haven't seen Lando yet, so hopefully we'll see Lando. Nian gets +1 for each other friendly pilot upgrade. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Okay, so you go here, R2, Nian. This is getting +2, 3. Oh, that's insane. I love that. He's got to be a pilot at some point. Yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. So R2 on the Falcon takes it to a 5/5. Nian on it takes it to a 6, 7, 8, 8/7. That's crazy. That's insane. And you can do that on turn 4. Now you have to have the cards to do it, and like you're playing cards at 0, you're running out of cards in your hand, but interesting. And then they play Waylay and it bounces, and then you're dead. And that's why I'm a little hesitant on all of these pilot upgrades. Because if you do this crazy Voltron Millennium Falcon, they can pay the same 3 costs and waylay it and bounce it right back to your hand, and you're out the upgrades. Or Confiscate, which is a 1 cost colorless card to destroy a pilot. That's my biggest concern about the pilots. That being said, if you just play enough of them, they only have 3 waylays in the deck. So like maybe. Here's that Chewie that I was talking about. So Chewie, 5 cost, deployment to a ground. He's a 5/6, cannot be defeated or returned to hand by enemy card abilities. Or you can play him as a 3 cost pilot to attach him and gain the same ability, so that this unit cannot be defeated or returned to hand by enemy card abilities, and then it's a 3/3, additional 3/3. And so play Falcon, drop Chewie on the Falcon the next turn. Now the Falcon's at a 7/7 and can't be waylaid. Throw an R2 or throw a Neum on it. Yeah, that's just cool. I do think that the way that everything works, R2 cannot be the 3rd pilot, because I think you have to have R2 attached before you can attach another pilot onto the vehicle. Chewie is one of the special cards. So we do get 3 copies of him. We got a Cody. Nice. I love Cody. Cody's a 5/4/4 overwhelm and then coordinate. So if you have 3 or more units, you unlock the ability where every other friendly unit gets +1/+1 and gains overwhelm. Love it in the Rex deck. Got the Mandalorian. This is a double yellow. But what's cool here is that the piloting cost is only a single cunning. And so if you're playing this, it's a 5 cost. If you're playing it directly with this precon, it's actually a 7 cost card because you have to pay the 2 aspect penalty for not having 2 yellows on your cards. When played as a unit, exhaust up to 2 ground units. Probably not worth a 7 cost. You're going double cunning. Could see that as being a pretty nice card for a 5/6, exhausting 2 units. And oof, that'd be annoying. But as a piloting, you only have to pay 2 and single cunning. So in this deck, you're probably just playing this as a pilot upgrade. When played as an upgrade, exhaust an enemy unit in its arena, and it's a 2 cost for a 3/1. That's cool. Tandem assault, attack with a space unit. If you do attack with a ground unit, and that ground unit gets +2/+0 for the attack. Nice. Got shoot first, which we've seen. Oh, hey, there's the waylay. Got 3 copies of waylay. So send those pilots to the discard pile, and the vehicle's right back to the hand. It probably just means that we're not going to see like Voltron stuff. But like, I think the pilots are still worth it, but it's probably not worth trying to get 3 pilots onto the Falcon because it can be canceled just by a waylay. We got Never Tell Me the Odds. This is one of the special cards. Discard 3 cards from an opponent's deck and 3 cards from your deck. Deal damage to a unit equal to the number of cards with an odd cost discarded this way. Interesting. It is deal damage to a unit. It's okay, I guess. If it was deal to a base, that would be that'd be disgustingly good. But you know you're hitting minimum 3 because everything in this deck is a odd cost. So minimum 3 is what you're going to be hitting. So for 3 for a 3, you just have to hit 1 more from your opponent's deck to be on par with an open fire, which was a 3 for 4 in aggression. Now this would be in cunning, so it's a little bit off aspect-y for what it's trying to do. So 3 for 3 feels pretty good. Now you are milling yourself. This actually, well, no, this is a special card, so you're not going to necessarily get it in in a draft. That feels like a mean draft card. Just mill yourself. Feels like a great counter to waylay. Never Tell Me the Odds. Yeah. That's fun. We got It's a Trap. So this is a 3 cost with Akbar with the sleeve art. So here's our sleeve art. Oh, can't hold it like that. It's a trap. Where if an opponent controls more space units than you do, ready each space unit you control. This works really well with the Akbar leader, which I think gives your opponents space units. And so you can, it's a trap, ready. That feels like it can be a pretty decent like aggro card. It feels so situational, right? If an opponent controls more space units than you, feels feels really good in Twin Suns because it's any opponent. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how frequently I'm playing that. I guess if you're running like Voltron, if you have the Falcon with 3 upgrades on it, and they have like 6 units, but your unit is stronger than their 6, sure. But it's a rare card, which is kind of interesting. Maybe I'm just not seeing what the benefit there is. But then the last card is a commander. It's a 5 cost cunning card. Take control of a non-leader vehicle unit that costs 6 or less without a pilot on it. If you do, ready it. Start of the next regroup phase. Return that unit to its owner's hand. That's mean. I love it. Nice. So it's a change of heart, but it. Hmm. I wonder how this works if you defeat the unit. So, like, if I take control of another non-leader vehicle unit, if I take control of the Falcon, uh, readies it, I attack with it. What if I then the Falcon dies in the attack, or what if I then like use Palpatine and kill it? Does it go back to its hand, or is it destroyed at that point? Either way, cool stuff. This feels like a fun Twin Suns deck as well, card as well. I like it. Cunning is mean. Cunning is just mean. Taking all your cards. I did enjoy Cunning. I played the Ray Cunning deck. I enjoyed Cunning more than I thought I would, but Cunning is still just mean. So that's a Han. I think the Boba deck feels slightly stronger. But I'm not 100% sure. Boba, it feels really good. That indirect damage just feels like it just adds up. But the Han deck, I mean, has some really decent cards in it. I could see it being pretty competitive. And that was the goal of these products, is to make them competitive. So that's nice. All right, let's open our showcase. In the second Jump to Lightspeed, Millennium Falcon. Seems like a fun deck. Yeah, absolutely. There we go. Alrighty, we've got Major Von Rag. As an action, this is a aggression villainy leader. As an action, play a vehicle unit from your hand, paying its cost. If you do, give another unit +1/+0 for its phase. Oh, that's cool. Alrighty, so you're playing a vehicle unit and you get a bonus. He's also from resistance. Okay, nice. Okay, that's good to know. Then he deploys on 4, so we got aggro. You got another 4-drop leader. So thinking high aggro here. You can deploy this leader as a 2/5. No super intriguing stats. Or you can deploy him as a pilot, which is probably what you're going to be doing for a 3/3 leader unit. I mean, give another unit in this arena +1/+0 for this phase. That's cool. I don't play a ton of aggro, but that could be fun. That could be like a fun aggro deck, I think. Go double red. The other thing that I was looking at, I think I think a double red Boba. This Boba would be a lot of fun. Blade Squadron B ring, 3/3. If another player controls 3 or more exhausted unit, gives a shield token to the unit. Seems very situational. Jedi Light Cruiser 667. Alrighty. Electromagnetic Pulse. We've seen this. I think this is in the Boba deck. Deal 2 damage to a droid or vehicle unit and exhaust it. System Shock. Defeat a non-leader upgrade attached to a unit. If you do, deal 1 damage to that unit. So 1 cost pilot tech. See that's so yeah. It's just like cool. We just played this awesome pilot and he's dead. Now if it's Chewie, he's not, because Chewie gives him that that resistance and everything, which is pretty cool. 5/4 or 4/7. I'm not the biggest fan of a 5/4 4/7. Throw a leader on it, maybe. Tandem Assault, we saw that. Rebellious Hammerhead, 6 for a 5/7. When played, you may deal damage to a unit equal to the number of cards in your hand. Finally, Cassian is gonna get some love. Cassian draws cards, so red, white. Royal Security Fighter, 2/2 grit. Now, okay, so that's interesting because a 2/2 grit is not super exciting to me, mainly because when it's going to be kind of hard to get one damage onto a unit, so it becomes like a 3/1. But if it has a pilot on it, you're going to have more health, and so that grit gets a little bit more interesting, right? If you have a pilot that gives it +3 health, now you're looking at like a 2/5 with grit, and it's a way easier to get damage onto a 2/5 without destroying it than a 2/2. Interesting. Interesting. All right. Hey, check this out. We got the country patrollers. When played, create a TIE fighter token. So throw 2. TIE fighter token is a 1/1. I haven't seen any of the TIE fighter tokens. Curious where. I assume they're in the packs. Assume they're on the back of the bases like the other ones were, but I've just seen experience and shield so far. Page Tico. 2 cost 3/2, or you can pay a 2 cost piloting. Attach unit gains on attack, give an experience token to this unit, then deal 1 damage to it. Okay. So okay. So it becomes a +2/+2. Oh, this is your combo here, right? So Royal Security Fighter, you throw 2 go on it. So now it's a 4/4. Give an experience token to this unit. On attack, becomes a 5/5. Deal a damage to it, becomes a 6/4 because you're dealing damage and hitting the grit. That's cool. That's really fun. I like that a lot. Oh, that's quick and mean. Alrighty, nice. We got Boshek, which we've seen before. Another copy of Blue Leader, which we've seen before. The Seasoned Fleet Admiral. 2 cost, 1/4, raid 1, meaning that he attacks for 2. When an opponent draws 1 or more cards during the action phase, you can give an experience token to a unit. This is the playmat art that I got. It's gorgeous. It's stunning. The colors in it are just really, really solid. Nice. Then we got another holo rare. Look at that. Another holo rare from the Spotlight deck. So Admiral Yularen, 3 cost, 1/5. When played, choose Grit, Restore 1, Sentinel, or Shielded. While this unit is in play, each friendly vehicle unit gains the chosen keyword. Fascinating. Okay, so you play this and all of your, while it's just in play, all of your friendly vehicle units either gain Shielded, Restore 1, Sentinel, or Grit. That's cool. Interesting. That's so flexible. No, 1/5 is kind of annoying. It doesn't do too much for it. Restore 1 for blue is pretty solid. You can just kind of like play that control. Grit is really interesting. Sentinel, you can play control. Shielded, sure. That's a cool card. There's a lot of flexibility in this set. A lot of options that you can choose. That's really, I like that. Can't believe we got 2 holo rares. That's pretty fun. Nice pack. Let's open some more packs. Because that's, I think, what we got left in the box. Open a couple more. For my wrist absolutely kills me for trying to do more. But let's open the pre-release kit. So the pre-release kit is something that you'll get if you go to a pre-release event. This is going to be your sealed. So you're going to get 6 packs in here, build a deck, play, and have some fun. I think the pre-release event that I'm going to is on the 11th. Hey, Canadian, how's it going? How's life? I think it's on the 11th. No pain, no gain. Yeah. And so it's a little bit before they actually come out, but it comes with all your damage and everything like that. Then it comes with, let's see, the special art cards, which are typically the ones from the 2-player, the Spotlight decks, but just like with a holo treatment or a hyperspace treatment. Not bad. Have a work trip coming up, end of week. So it's a bit of a stressful period. I got you. Yeah. Hopefully the trip goes well. hopefully the trip goes well. Yeah, so we've got the Han and Boba Fett in hyperspace. So frameless. So like the Han compared to the standard Han. This is what you get for doing the pre-release. It's the kind of the frameless order. Which I love the hyperspace stuff. So you get that and a Boba Fett. They used to make these hollow. I'm kind of glad that they didn't. I feel like the hollow in this game has really bad pringling uh stuff going on. And so oh yeah, and here's the Boba. So the Boba just kind of more full art. Stuff like that. It's in Orlando, so I'm excited to get away from the cold for a little bit. Nice. Yeah, dude. Oh, that'll be nice. Yeah. I got back the flight back from India. We were coming from when we were there, it was like 85, 90 Fahrenheit about. And when flight was crazy. We ended up switching our flight, flying into Chicago and just driving home because that was going to get us there like 24 hours earlier. Um, maybe not 24 hours because they did change our flight where they added like additional legs to get us there same day, and it was just we didn't want to do it. But yeah, going from like 85, 90 to when we landed in Chicago, it was 7 degrees. Not worth it. But I'm excited that you are going to be able to get away from the cold because it is definitely worth it. Got some more packs. What did we open? We opened a R2 and a Falcon, so we have to open. This is Poe, right? I think that's Poe. Someone tell me that that's not Poe. We'll just do one more of each. And then I'll do shorts for the rest because I do enjoy the shorts. I did order some carbonite packs, and so whenever those get in stock, we're definitely going to be opening up some carbonite packs. Those are the new, more expensive but higher pull rate packs. Showcases, shiny cards are more prevalent in the packs, but she's like, you know what? Let's have some fun. And so I ordered some of those. So I'll be doing some openings of those as well. But hopefully we get a showcase. That'd be cool. They did up the legendary drop rate in Jump to Lightspeed. So I think it was a 1 in 8 pack. Now it's a 1 in 5, which I'm very happy with, right? Like I don't buy this game to sell, but I do buy the game to play. And so having easier access to some of the legendaries, I think, is a really fun change. So we got R2. We've been playing a lot of Unlimited. I like the Han art on this much more than... Oh, yeah, this is much better than the original art that they got. Yeah, I've been playing a decent bit. Having a lot of fun with it. I think it's a really, really fun game. But yeah, Han is better than the OG Han. I think the art in this set is very good. Especially, which is impressive because most of the like leader art is just them sitting in a cockpit, which I feel like is challenging to illustrate. We got a wedge. So this is a command heroism. You can play a card from your hand using piloting. It costs 1 less. I think the piloting is attaching a pilot to a vehicle. And then if you control 5, you can choose to deploy. He comes in as a 3/6 vanilla, or you can attach him to a vehicle. It gains on attack. The next pilot card you play this phase costs 1 less, and it's a 3/4. I like wedge. I think one of the first hollows I pulled was a wedge from Spark, and ever since then I've been wanting to make wedge work. I feel like this is the set because I forgot what he does, but he does something with vehicles, right? And that's what this set is. We got chopper base. Interesting that we got another chopper base. Sith Trooper. Yikes. 3 cost 3/3 on attack. This unit gets +1/+0 for this attack for each damage unit the defending player controls. Ooh, that feels good for Boba. Really kind of forcing them to put the damage on their base. That's pretty nice. Hey! White Talk, thank you so very much for the subscription. I appreciate it. Thank you. We got a B-Wing. 333. If another player controls 3 or more exhausted units, you get to give a shield token. Evasive Maneuver. Exhaust a unit. It's a weird card to me. Like, when are we playing that? It's really great if you get to exhaust an Avenger. Huge fan of your YouTube content. Don't watch live much. Keep up the good. Oh, thank you so very much. I'm happy that you were able to make it today. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. Kim Gola, heavy fighter. 4 cost 3/4. When play, deal 3 indirect damage to a player. Exhaust each unit damage this way. Ah, that's annoying. Love it. 3 indirect damage. Okay. Okay. Insurgent Saboteurs. It's like, if this doesn't have Saboteur, then what are we even doing? So 6 cost 6/5 Saboteur. On attack, you can defeat an upgrade. Yeah, that's really annoying. That's really annoying because all of the pilots are upgrades. So that could just kill any leader that's attached as an upgrade. That being said, 6 for a 6/5. It's a little bit. That's not great stats. Does not have immediate impact when it hits the board, and so you have a little bit of time to get ready for this on attack. But yeah. Cloaked Star Viper. Give 2 shield tokens to a unit when it's played. It's a 4 cost 3/2. Alright. Got a clone pilot. Ooh, this is going to my Nala Say deck. Now that Jump to Lightspeed is coming out, I need to increase my Twin Suns to 80 because we went from a 50 Twin Suns singleton format to an 80 card singleton Twin Suns format. So now I need to up my 2 Twin Suns. I have a Boba Iden Twin Suns, then a Iden Nala Say Twin Suns. But the clone pilot is going to go into my Nala Say. Ooh, that's fun. 2/2 or a 2/2. System Shock, we've seen that before. We've seen the Frigate before. Red Leader. We've seen Blue Leader. We have not seen Red Leader. 4 cost, 3/4. This unit costs 1 less to play for each friendly pilot, unit, and upgrade. Nice. When a pilot upgrade attaches to this unit, ready an X-Wing token. Alrighty. Oh yeah, is this? Nope, that's also a shield. I don't know where the X-Wing tokens are. Got Face Off. If no player has taken the initiative this phase, you may ready an enemy unit. If you do, ready a friendly unit in the same arena. Interesting. That feels really good if you're able to like ready a token unit. So like if you have even this actually. Well, now you're playing 9, but paying 9 for something. But yeah. So if you're able to, yeah, I like it. I like it. Got another page, which we've seen. Got the Corporate Defense Shuttle. It's a 2 cost 3/5. This unit cannot attack. That's kind of fascinating. I guess you have to give a Sentinel somehow. I guess. I wonder if there's a upgrade that gives it Sentinel. Like there are upgrades that give it Sentinel, but I wonder if there's a pilot that gives it Sentinel. Hmm. And we got the Skyway Cloud card. 3 cost 3/3. When defeated, you can return a non-leader unit with 2 or less power to its owner's hand. Nice. Alrighty. Let's see what's in that Falcon. I'm curious because like it feels like every single set, one of these packs feels lucky. I'm curious what it's gonna be. There's Admiral Akbar. We were talking about him earlier. As an action, you can spend 1 exhaust a non-leader unit. If you do, its controller creates a X-Wing token. So where we were talking about, it's a trap where you trigger it off of if they have more space units than you. If you're spending 1 to exhaust like an Avenger, give them an X-Wing token, which is a 2/2. I don't know how that's gonna work. That feels not super great to me, but we'll see. Controls 6 or more resources to deploy this leader. So this is a leader that is not a pilot. On attack, you can exhaust a ground unit. If you do, its controller creates a X-Wing token. So 3/8 on 6. I don't know. Like, you can exhaust your own stuff. Yeah, I guess you're exhausting your own stuff to give yourself a 2/2 for next turn. I don't know. It just I want someone to make this work so that I can see how it works. Got coordinated front, which we've seen. +2/+2. Barrel roll. Do a barrel roll. I need this. I need Fox in the cockpit here. Attack with a space unit. After completing this attack, you can exhaust a space unit. Nice. Okay. 1 cost. I like that. The Soul Stand Spacer. It's a 1/1. Or a pilot for 1. You can give it a 1/1. I don't see this card working for me. Ooh, that hyperspace. That's a really pretty hyperspace. I like this hyperspace a lot. Let me see if I can hold this. Hand's starting to hurt. Supporting ETA2. It's a 2/2, 2 cost aggression. On attack, you can give a ground unit +2/+0 for this phase. Sick. That's fun. That's really fun. Hyperspace. Tandem assault. Let me find I separate out the hyperspace and hollow stuff. And legendaries, but tandem assault, attack with the space unit. You can attack with a ground unit, it gets +2/+0. Rebellious Hammerhead. Is that 2/2 great? I feel like we're hitting a lot of the same cards. Got that card. Occupier Siege Tank. We've seen this before. I think this may have been a set 1 card, but 5/4 Grit. I think this was a set 1 card, which is interesting because this is going to be the first set that is still in rotation once our first rotation happens. So we're going to rotate out the first 3 sets. Then this set is going to be around for 2 years. And so Occupier Siege Tank is going to be still in play for longer than anything else. Boshek. We grabbed him earlier. Blue Leader. Still think that's such a cool card. War Juggernaut. Alrighty, so this is a 6 cost 3/7. Gets +1/+0 for each damaged unit. When played, deal 1 damage to each of any number of units. Ooh, okay. Now I really want to build a red-blue grit deck. It's probably... Is it Krennic? Yeah, Krennic would be really interesting. Where if you're able to play War Juggernaut, Krennic, every damaged unit you control gets +1 attack. So you can like hurt yourself, but also hurt them. And then this thing, if you're going wide, that's kind of cool. I think that could be a fun card to kind of like build around for like a Krennic or a Kira or something like that, where you're getting a lot of where you want damaged units. Hopefully, the problem here is that if you don't have your go wide strategy, if they've been able to control the board state, you're not dropping this for a 4/7. I guess you could damage the other units. So I guess if they've controlled the board state, I don't know. It could be kind of cool, especially if you're going up against like a high token deck. You can just wipe all their tokens. Invisible Hand comes in. They create 4 battle droids. You just wipe them out all. Oh, we got a legendary. We got our first legendary. Okay, so we got a stolen AT hauler. So it's a 3 cost 4/5. That seems pretty solid for space. When defeated, choose an opponent. For this phase, they may play this unit from its owner's discard pile for free. Got it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. So, So a 4/5 on turn 2. Very solid stat line. Um, very, very good, right? Uh, could be a really nice aggro card. They play it for free though. Once they defeat it, I guess what you'll have to do is somehow defeat this unit after they have claimed initiative, because then they don't have any actions to play the card. So if you can time it right, that'd be really interesting. I mean, still 3/4 for 3, plus you throw pilots on it, but then they vanquish it, and well, vanquish is at a 5, so I mean, like, you're looking at pretty significant output before they're able to just destroy it. Power of the Dark Side could mess with it, but you can tech against Power of the Dark Side. I don't know. It's interesting. It's pretty interesting. I 4 or 5 for 3 is very solid. And we've got a Onyx Squadron Brute. When defeated, heal 2 damage from a base. It's a 2/3. Yeah. So this is a Thrawn card. One of the leaders that I'm really excited to build for this set is Thrawn. So he gets to reactivate when defeated abilities. So this 2 cost, or this 2 heal from a base becomes 4 heal from a base. Awesome. Final pack of the stream. Let's go. Showcase is in here. I can feel it. Feels heavier. Is that, or is that Wedge? No, I think that is Poe. I think the red helmet, because that looks like a black one color scheme. So I'm guessing that's Poe. Okay, we got another Rio. This is the aggro. Mos Eisley. Man, look at all that. Look at that hive of scum and villainy. Oof. Surprised this doesn't have the villainy tag on it. Looks like Poe. Yeah, cool. Got diversion. Give a unit sentinel for this phase. It's a 1 cost. So there you go. That 3/5 can't attack. Diversion gives it sentinel, I guess. Hey, the swarming vulture droid. Here we go. We're starting the deck now. 2 cost 2/2. You can have up to 15 copies of this card. It gets +1 for each other friendlies vulture droid you have. Yes. Give it to me. Let me go. Give me all of the vulture droids. I'm here for it. Just seems like a fun deck to play. It was like the Dalmatian deck in Lorcana where you can have 99 Dalmatians. It's just so good. Got a Gorilla Soldier. 3 cost 2/3. When played, deal 3 indirect damage to a player. If a base is damaged this way, ready this unit. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. 3 indirect damage is nothing. Up to 15 of those. That's a lot, right? Right? It just seems fun. It just seems fun to play. I'm curious what the go-to leader for it will be. I feel like Rio could be pretty good for him, because you can attack and get +1. So if you have 2 of them out there, 1 can attack for 4. But since you're playing 2, it's only a 2 cost, and so after like turn 1, like you're losing a lot of efficiency there. So you can, if you have cards that, sorry, my mind went, what about Ray? I feel like Ray could be really fun with swarming vultures, because Ray can give an experience token to a unit with power 2 or less. Oh, but once you play 1, you can't Ray them anymore. Separatist droid vehicle fighter. I don't know. There's a build out there. I'm just not 100% sure what it is yet. I'm trying to figure out what a leader it would be. I also think it'd be fun to do it in Twin Suns, right? Because Twin Suns is a singleton format, but a Twin Suns can have 15 swarming vultures, which sounds kind of fun. Hey, we got a hyperspace diversion. Prototype TIE Advanced. 3 cost, 4/3 in space. Pretty solid. District Commando. Say 2/2. When defeated, give a unit -1/-1 for this phase. Cool. Then Thrawn doubles that up. Thrawn's blue. That's why I keep all the when defeated, but also the blue cards. Got the Eager Escort Fighter. 4/1 ambush. Interesting. It's a weird stat line. 4/1. I don't love it. I don't know. I ever since the what is the B2 attack platform? I think it's the 5/2 Red Villainy droid. I was just like I haven't been a fan of those cards because they cannot ever really trade favorably, right? So unless you're like the aggro, like it's effectively like an open fire. That's what it is. Because it's going to die on an ambush. I don't know. I like health more than I want more health. Shoot down. Deal 3 damage to a space unit. That unit is defeated this way. You may deal 2 damage to a base. Oh, that's cool. That's a fun card. I like shoot down. That's a really, really fun card for for aggro. 2 cost for up to 5 damage. That's yeah. I mean, heck, you can kill your own stuff. Right? I mean, like if you shoot down a Desperate Commando, you're running Thrawn. Wait, nope, that's not. Whatever. If you shoot down a no, pick a unit that has a win defeated ability, shoot it down, 3 damage to your own space unit. I don't think you would do this normally, but worst comes to worst, then it's 2 damage to your opponent's base. So that's kind of cool. Echo Base Engineer, 2 cost, 2/3. When played, you may give a shield token to a damaged vehicle unit. Very thematic there. The Astromech Pilot. It's a 1/1/3, or you can pilot it for 2 cost for a +1/+3. You can heal 2 damage from a unit whenever you play it as a upgrade. That's pretty cool. Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like it also because you get that immediate benefit of playing it. So you're paying 2 for effectively 2 damage. Heal. Then if you get to attack, like, so even if it's immediately countered, you at least get something out of it. I love blue. You have I Have You Now. Attack with a vehicle unit. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to it during this attack. Nice. Good. I love it when Cunning Villainy gets better. We got Salvage. 0 cost card. Play a vehicle unit from your discard pile, paying its cost, then deal 1 damage to it. Okay, that's cool. That's really interesting. What's the card? Ooh. Then you throw Echo Base Defender and give it a shield token, but you can throw another Swarming Vulture droid. The Grit Naboo ship, yeah, yeah. Anything with Grit would just kind of loves that. But also just like getting any of those back, any of your like ships that have like a win defeated ability back seems really good. Or a win played. That's cool. That's really interesting. I like it. Hey, there's a TIE fighter. Found it. So they are on the back of some of these. We got a Corvus. So this is a 5 cost vigilance villainy 4/5. Restore 2. We don't see a ton of restore in the villainy aspect. That's typically what I associate blue heroism being, but I'm here for it. When played, you may attach a friendly pilot unit or upgrade to this unit. When played, you may attach a friendly pilot unit or upgrade to this unit. Defeat all upgrades on that pilot and remove all damage from it. Oh, so if you have like a pilot unit, you can move it over here to Corvus. That's pretty solid. That's interesting. So like if you played Page out here, well, probably not because it's heroism and villainy, but pretend you could, when you play Corvus, pop this over to Corvus. That's pretty cool. I like that. Then our holo card is Sweep the Area, 3 cost Cunning card. Ooh, shiny. But yeah, it's already starting to pringle a little bit. Return up to 2 non-leader units in the same arena with a combined cost of 3 or less to their owner's hand, aka the anti-token card. So, very cool. I'm really looking forward to the jump to Lightspeed. I think that the cards are looking really cool. The theme is really fun. I like more space stuff in our decks, and so I'm excited about that. Um, but yeah, it was so great hanging out with y'all. I'm gonna call it now just because I need to go chill. When I start having a cough and fit here soon. But so great seeing you. I will be back tomorrow. So tomorrow at 10 a.m. So the same time that this stream started, we're gonna be playing some Lord of the Rings. On Wednesday, if you want to head over to the Man vs. Meeple channel at noon, we will be doing some Star Wars. We're gonna be playing the Spotlight decks and showdown, having a showdown there. And then Friday, hopefully at 10 a.m., assuming that I can get the product, we'll be doing an unboxing of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., first look at Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., that kind of stuff. Really looking forward to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. If I am not able to get it in time for that stream, I will notify everyone via the YouTube community page, and it'll just be later that day. So it'll either be at 10 a.m. if I can get it, or potentially it may be a couple hours later if I cannot get it earlier than the stream. So looking forward to seeing everybody again tomorrow, Wednesday, or Friday. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good one. Hope you feel better. Thank you so very much. I feel so much better than I have in the last couple of days, and so I'm feeling great. It's just, how do I sound? It's just like I sound way worse than I feel. So I appreciate it. Thank you. Fun stream. Have a good one. Hope you're able to get some answers about your wrist. Yeah, I just need to go see someone and I have to pay somebody. It's annoying, but sweet. Thank you all so very much. Have a fantastic rest of your day. We'll see you next time. Peace.